Welcome everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are sharing another new recipe using meal maker. This is called meal maker Vendium Peratal. What you need is 1 cup of this soya chunks, which is also known as meal maker. Before we start, soak the soya chunks in warm water. Set it aside for 15 to 30 minutes. Next, 1 tablespoon of chilli powder, use less if it's too hot. 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1/2 teaspoon of fenugreek, some salt, 1/2 teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of ground ginger and garlic, 2 medium onions, some curry leaves or fresh coriander, you can add both, some light cooking oil, 1 teaspoon of ghee, butter, or use coconut oil for vegan. Now this has been soaking for about 30 minutes. You can see it is soft and spongy. Now you have to squeeze it to remove all the foam inside. You have to keep squeezing it in the water. You will see that it will become foamy. Now squeeze it and remove as much water as possible. Transfer it to another container. Discard the water and do this another 2 to 3 times. This is the second rinse. You will find it still foamy. This is the third rinse. You can see that the water has turned clear. Squeeze it to remove as much water as possible. Once that's done, we can start slicing the onions. Finely slice the onions, or you can roughly chop it up and pound it lightly. In this video, we are using finely sliced onions. Heat a wok or a large frying pan. Add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of light cooking oil. Once it's hot, add in the soya chunks. Make sure there isn't much water left in the soya chunks before you add it in to avoid oil splatter. Use less oil because soya chunks tend to absorb much of the oil. Reduce the heat once it starts to brown. After 3 to 4 minutes, it will turn golden brown and the surface will be slightly crispy. You can turn off the heat. Transfer it into another container. Using the same pan, place it on very low heat. Add about 2 tablespoons of light cooking oil. Add the fenugreek. Immediately add the sliced onions. This is to avoid the fenugreek from burning and turning bitter. You can also add the onions before the fenugreek. Saute it for a minute or so and then you can increase the heat. Keep stirring. After about 2 minutes or when the onion turns translucent, add the ground ginger and garlic. Saute it for a minute, then add the turmeric powder. Stir it, add a little salt. Stir it well. If it starts to burn, reduce the heat, add a little water. Keep stirring it. Add the chilli powder. Add accordingly. Some chilli powder is very hot, so you have to adjust the amount. Keep stirring. Be careful not to burn it. Add a little water at a time so that it doesn't become too soggy. Let it cook for about 2 minutes. Keep stirring. Add more water if needed. Keep scraping the bottom of the pan. After about 2 minutes, the masala will be ready. Reduce the heat and add the soya chunks. Stir it well until everything is well incorporated. Once it's well coated with the masala, add a little sugar. Stir it well. Taste. Add salt if necessary. Keep stirring it. The next step is optional. You can skip this. Add 1 teaspoon of ghee, butter, or coconut oil for vegan. Adding ghee or coconut oil does make it taste better. Lastly, add curry leaves or fresh coriander. You can actually add both. Stir it for about 30 seconds and it's done. This dish is best served warm with hot rice, sambar, resam, or with any kind of sadam. It even goes well with our kira kutu curry or tanisa, or serve it with any kind of bread and dal. You definitely have to try this recipe. Share with us your photos and your comments. Till we meet again soon with another new recipe. Vanakkam. Bye.
Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe.